Have you ever heard saying show don't tell? I learned the hard way not to be a show off. I learned the hard way not to be a show off. And not to be that guy that doesn't give a shit what anybody thinks. I learned the hard way not to do that. I lived tall poppy syndrome. I was a child prodigy. I did grades 1, 2, and 3 in 2 years, and I could have accelerated through the education system faster, but they didn't think it was a good idea because it would make it more difficult for me to socialize. In actuality, they pushed me just enough forward that I was smaller and more emotionally immature because I was less developed into an adult than the people around me. But I was just enough younger that they could bully me and beat me up and not look like a piece of shit. You can bully a kid that's 1 or 2 years younger than you and the girls think it's cool. You bully a kid that's 6 years younger than you and the girls don't think you're cool anymore. It made it really fucking hard for me. And I don't want to point any fingers at any particular people, but let's just say that I was encouraged to show off. And I got the living fucking shit beaten out of me. I was the tall poppy. You hear the fucking thing about the tall poppy syndrome. About envy. About Cain, who slew his brother Abel. That if you make the people around you look bad or feel small, then they'll all want to tear you down. If you show off, and you make them all feel small, and you make them all look bad, and you show them that you don't give a shit, then they'll fucking rip you apart. I know that because I lived that. And that was imposed on me more than anything else. I was taught it, and had it imposed on me, and I was experienced brutal violence as a consequence. I learned the hard way that when you enter a new group of people, you don't go in there and show off and not give a shit what anybody thinks about you. That is the wrong thing to do, and you'll suffer greatly. You'll have to leave town if you do that, basically. What you should do, you should enter with some fucking humility, not draw a huge amount of attention to yourself. Don't be shy, but don't be a spectacle of yourself. Try to get everybody to look at you and show off. Don't do that, because nobody will fucking like you. You go in there and you listen more than you speak, and you talk to people as individuals, and you cultivate win-win relationships with them. And that way, you're building allies. The strengths, you have these strengths, and you go there and you act like a fucking show-off, and everybody sees your strength as a threat and a challenge and an opportunity to prove themselves by besting you. If you do it my way, where you go in with some humility and you don't be shy or cowardly, but you don't make a spectacle of yourself or draw attention to yourself, and you cultivate relationships with people on a one-on-one basis, then each of the people that you participate in a win-win relationship with, they see your strength as valuable to them. They'll speak well of you to people around, and they won't want to see you get hurt, because if they lose you, they lose a source of strength. And it's not bullshit. It's not, you don't go in and manipulate people. It's not bullshit. You have to actually do it. You have to actually have these win-win relationships. You have to have these mutually rewarding relationships. They have to be genuinely mutually rewarding. You have to do it. But then once you do, you become a guy who's got a larger number of people that will stand up for you, that value you, that will speak well of you, and that don't want to see you destroyed. And after you do that for a little while, next thing you know, everybody there likes you. Everybody accepts you, everybody thinks you're cool, and everybody has your back. You have to give a shit. You can't be just going around Like some fucking self-absorbed narcissistic shithead talking about how I'm stand by what I believe in. And I don't give a shit what anybody thinks. I'm going to show you who I am and what I believe in. I'm virtuous, blah. That's a good way to get the shit out of you. Nobody likes you when you do that. Nobody will ever like you. Once you set that tone, once you enter in that way and you set that fucking tone, you're fucked. You will not get the opportunity to do what you should have did. You won't be given the opportunity to form these mutually rewarding win-win relationships with individuals. You won't get to do that. You'll have thrown your chance away, and you're basically fucked. If you go in there acting like a fucking show-off, showing who you are, and you don't give a shit what people think, and you make people feel small, you're basically dead. You're basically fucking dead. You need to leave town. And that's how it is. Self-absorbed, fucking grandiose, narcissistic pieces of shit.